What's up, WWE Champions Universe? It's Rusty and Lee with Champions Chat back here for our WCW Weekend Contest walkthrough.
Where the big girls play.
Okay. I was waiting for you to say it. I wanted to give you that pause so that you could do your byline. Well, we are in a Flash Feud weekend, and we have a blog like none other. I haven't read the blog. I haven't watched the blog read. And so I'm going to be a little extra clueless, just in case you wonder. I'm not playing a character. Like, I really don't know this information. But we're chasing the Bodacious one this weekend. Hey, champions, the man just want to have fun at our 7th anniversary party. See your true colors. That's a Cyndi Lauper song, right? I see your true colors.
And unlock a brand. Goldie have both sung that. Shout out to Goldie for being the pilot to lead the blog the first round.
I think Goldie and I are very similar. Right, but so yeah, for good and bad, both good and bad. So
I won't tell her you said that.
I think there's some similitudes there for sure. Becky Lynch shards throughout the contest, loot in WWEChampions.com. Enjoy. Okay, Lee, get ready for clarification. Enjoy a redesigned War Score and Superstar competition with bodacious rewards and a freaking rad prize wall. Do you want to dive into what that means? Redesigned War Score, just right off the top?
Yeah, so here's the big thing. Change is scary for everyone. And as was mentioned last night on the official stream, we are mobile video game players. We should be the most adept to change. And yet whenever change hits, we freak the crap out. And lots of people are freaking out over this. But it's going to be okay. We're going to figure it out. Nice. But here's the deal. The War Score numbers are all very different. They don't look the same as they did. So it's not copy paste in terms of, I just hit 100 million War Score and I'm done. Like if you hit 100 million War Score on this War Score competition, you were a time traveler because you had to repeat your same day over and over again or something.
Like you are the champion of champions.
You are the champion of champions.
Before Lee gets into specificity, please note screenshots that we're going to be looking at here. They're taken from a test environment. So the text, the numbers, even click, items and dates are subject to change. Some parts of the contest might still be a work in progress. So check in game for the latest numbers and items once the contest is started. So even upon the publication of this video, some of this might be subject to change. Absolutely. But as it stands, we have a Bodacious solo contest starting today, Friday, March 3rd at noon Pacific, and it's going to run through Sunday, March 4th. Is that right? Or is that Monday, March 4th at noon?
Well, Monday at reset, basically.
Okay. War Score. So it's a series of Flash Feuds, friends. Feud number 1 is tonight at 6 Pacific, and it's going to end at 2 a.m. Pacific. And then competition 2 jumps tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific. War Score 3 will be Saturday night at 6 Pacific. And then War Score 4, my least favorite, is going to jam up at 6 a.m. Sunday morning Pacific. So if you've got a job where you work on Sundays and stuff, et cetera, right? So Flash Feud Battlegrounds. I don't even know what that means, but that starts today at noon Pacific as well. But the actual Flash Feuds will start today at 6 p.m. Pacific. Oddly enough, I don't even know if oddly is a word, but tonight during our Twitch stream, Flash Feud will start, right? So we'll be on live Twitch, and we're going to try to somehow make that part of our stream.
It
as well.
starts an hour in, so we have an hour where we can just do whatever. We're going to work on some
Right.
Bray Wyatt with Becky training. We'll work on some Sir Zorro builds. Quick shout out that he sent us over, and then yeah, we'll see about maybe hitting some feud for about an hour, give or take.
So you're gonna join our faction with the main streamer account, right? And then
We would
just
get you
kidding.
kicked out.
Just kidding. We'll be on our
Yeah.
own accounts for that. JK, JK, LOL, LOL. Available shards. How do we actually get Becky? So I'm getting better at decoding the shard chart as we do these WCWs. Solo contest is going
Can
to
I
have
skip ahead a
380.
little bit on this one since it's such a long
Yeah.
blog?
Jump.
The TLDR is you cannot shard recruit her, period, without paying.
Okay. Nice. Thanks
There's
for
1,955 shards available if you do all of the bonus premium content, the solo contest and the shop events. So even with doing the shop events, you still need to hit more shards in offers.
Nice.
So she is not recruitable with shards this weekend outside of spending.
It looks like during Faction Feud, I can earn free booster throughout the contest.
Yep.
What is a booster? Play with select superstar.
Goldie literally called you out on that. Like
Why?
she literally said, Rusty Graves, you can buy these finally. Right there at that moment, and you weren't there.
Oh, the steps?
Yeah, she said your name live and you weren't there.
Nice. I love it. Love the queen. Well, play with your selected superstars feud for feud loot coins and leaderboards and progress in the war score competition. 2 times perks will be available. Manager's Pass, Spurks. So there's going to be a tour, right? And these are our tour CSS. So there'll be one set of stamps on the stamp card Friday. There'll be more available for purchase, with a higher war score and gym damage boost than the 2 free ones. So even better.
Yep.
So feud 1, our CSS. Sorry, that took way too long to read through. Just to say steps are the same, right? So top row, Bodacious Becky in open.
Hope you get her.
Happen to get her, right? Middle row, I'm excited. Chelsea Green, any modern 6-star in open. Bottom row, Indy Ronda, striker, any modern and open. We'll be probably diving into feud prep tonight on stream. Any notes on how to run that line best or any whatever?
Well, most of us don't have Chelsea Green, so most of us are going for that bottom row. It's weird. Ronda Rousey, not with the company, but yet she's being required all over the place lately. So yeah, your most available row is running any Ronda, any striker, any modern, which is fairly open, and then just straight up open. You're going to get the 10% war score boost. Here's the first major change on the road to the war score being different. Your first time wins with a superstar are 65,000 points, not 300,000 points. So there are a lot of less points, but don't freak out. It will balance out once you see what the total required are. Everything has been reduced. Everything has been reduced in this.
I wonder if Ronda being CSS has anything to do with the TKO merger and what she means for Ultimate Fighting.
It could be. Yeah, because she's I think she's in the UFC Hall of Fame. So technically maybe she's therefore forever in this company. Who knows?
Feud 2, right? So this is going to be a fun one. Top row, King of Pop style and open.
I could do a top row bonus.
Nice. So this is, if you went hard during Retro Rewind, this is your feud, right? Rock and Roman, middle row, any Sammy's at bottom line, super accessible. Any Sammy, even old Acro Sammy, I'm guessing, if you have him worked up. Any modern, any powerhouse, any open. But again, like Lee just highlighted, first time wins are going to be that 65,000 points.
Yep.
We're going on to feud 3. So this is for where the big boys
Saturday
play.
Night.
Bray Wyatt is that top row CSS, middle line, master of the Claymore. Ooh, don't have him.
Yeah.
The bottom row is for the bottom dwellers like me. Any Seth Rollins, any Showboat, any modern, any open. That's going to be a plus yellow MP plus 10 war score percent. And the CSS, I'm sorry, first time win points are the same, 6,500K. or 65,000K.
And then
Feud
Sunday.
4. Hey, top line. Again, if you went hard in Retro Rewind and have Bianca, you got that top line filled. And looks like an EO middle line requirement. And then bottom line, any Lita. Is EO pretty hard to catch or not?
Oh yeah, she's not as rare as she was, but she's okay. Among the rarer females. Yeah.
So we're gonna have Bodacious Feud, loot coins, metal bits, strap parts, and coins in the leaderboard reward. So there's gonna be a solo contest happening at the same time as the War Score contest, and yet they affect one another, right?
Yes.
So
you'll see.
We'll jump through this. So that's basically, buying pulls, right? You're going to hit your 60,000 for your first pull on the Bodacious loot coin, 10,000 for every additional. If you are one of the lucky ones that gets Bodacious Becks within the first 24 hours, you'll get 1 million points in the solo contest. Solo contest is going to be paying out chest bags, the VHS tape of Becky. I'm sure we'll all want to get that. If we're still trying to max that
this month already.
I don't have the Rhea VHS. Do you have is that available? Or has that been elusive?
Oh no, it's been. I've gotten it a few times. I don't. This time around, they didn't make it to where you had to have every single thing in order to get it. But it was also, I think the rewards were a little bit less. It was 100 million coins, so it wasn't bad. But yeah, I maxed that like a week and ago.
And I'd love to either get Becky or Rhea's tape, and then that'll help push me up and max that. Get that 100 million coins would be great. So our War Score competition. Every feud comes with a dedicated War Score competition. That means 4 times the opportunity to win 150,000 faction contest points. So this is different. This is exciting. The War Score competition has been simplified and focuses mainly on faction contest progression. I'm seeing a similitude with how we did Boss Battle last weekend. Is that what you're thinking?
Yep. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. So we did a podcast episode very recently that sparked some controversy among some, just saying if you did not max or do not max this month's MLC, is it time to get a new faction? But here's the reality. Your faction is more important than ever right now, because Faction Feud is now a faction event, which duh. That just
there's a faction contest element to it.
But now War Score, instead of you chasing the solo War Score and going, hope the faction does okay, everything is tied to the faction this weekend.
Nice. So now I like this. Earn more Bodacious Faction contest points in each top 800 leaderboard.
Yeah.
So the top 800 factions are going to get
top 800 solo, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. I was going to say, dude, 800 you better be in the top 800 factions.
That's true.
So the top 20 in the solo contest can basically get guaranteed Becky poster.
Yeah.
So awesome. Every War Score point is so War Score is worth 1 basically, but the max milestone is 750K.
Yeah.
Where it used to be 100 million. Right. Now it's 750K. Is that the correlation, Lee?
Yeah, it's different. We're gonna. I mean, this is where look at in game, because you have 65,000 for each first time win, 750K as the max milestone on that part of it. So I don't know. We're gonna have to just see how that plays out, because theoretically, I'm sitting there thinking wait, 65K, times 10 is 65,000, so times 100 is, so you see what I'm saying? You start to do that math, and theoretically you're going to be doing less overall matches, because I know I just said 100. People went, oh my gosh, I got to do 100 matches. No, that's just the first time bonus. That's not everything you get for beating a 6-star, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
you're saying feud might be less time or less work?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll get it, because look at the next part, because we're going to see where this impacts
Flash
it too.
Feuds Battleground. And it even explicitly says not grindable.
Which confused everybody last night, and that we have not received. Just so you know, if you're watching both of these, we haven't received clarification yet.
I'm also sure that's off-putting to the grinders. They're like, what? I'm a grinder.
But wait till you read it.
Okay. Win feud battles with contest superstars, so CSS, and reward yourself with over 2 million solo contest points. prize wall medallions, flash feed bags, Hall of Fame Mick Foley shards, and more. This mix, previously known as Superstar and War Store competitions, means you can earn the usual great rewards and more. So the more contests, superstars you have, the higher you can climb the milestone. So, I mean, that's like all things. More CSS equals more milestones. So check the superstars tab, see which ones you have. Increase war score by 1 for the 10 times the points. Okay.
So exactly. This is where it starts to get confusing, where we're like, wait, what does this mean?
All right. So
there let's is say still a solo element to this.
Right. So if I'm beating, let's say I'm going through feud and I'm knocking out my matches and I'm getting 100 points for each match. It says apparently that there's going to be something that will give me 10 times my war score.
Mm-hmm.
So then I would get like, whatever.
And now the max milestone being 400 million is like, wait a second, does that mean, because it was 100 million war score per feud last time we did Flash Feuds, which is 400 million. So is this is where we don't know yet, because it's a combination of what used to be the just use this character, just use that character. Yeah. But as you'll see in a moment, and Merrick's clarified with Goldie as best he could last night, it seems like the more CSS you have, the quicker this will go, and then the rest of it is just grinding, but it says not grindable, which doesn't seem to match up with the fact that it also seems like
maybe you're going to be getting 2 different scores.
Yes, well, there's this is still the faction score and the solo score, so this does still feel like solo, but before your war score, wasn't necessary. Anyway, this is where we're going to figure it out this weekend.
So here's our CSS for whatever this part of the element is going to be, right? Bodacious Becky, Chelsea Green is a whole list here, right? We're going to scroll.
But look at those numbers, Rusty, and then go back to that 400 million. So if you have Chelsea Green, you get 20 million right there out of 400 million.
I think it's pronounced Chelsea Green. So what do you get out of that contest? You're going to get solo contest points. You're going to get a few loot coins, medallions, bags. And the bags apparently have plates and moments in them. I'm guessing that's going to be for the high milestones. That's got to be for the high milestones, right? There's no way you low milestones, you're starting to get moments out of them, unless they're that crummy, NWO is born moment that we all get 5 of
40,000 times. Yeah.
And it says premium skill plate. But you ain't getting anything premium in low milestones this weekend. Faction contest. Find big points in the war score competition milestones. Earn Bodacious medallion. So this is what we just looked at was the faction contest in rewards. Now this is a tower next to it is just the Flash Feud solo contest, correct?
No, we're now on the faction contest. We just looked at solo. Now we're on the faction part.
Lord help us. And so what's running here now? We've got our evos and our fuses, right? So there's
our regular Flash Feud evos, yeah.
Which you probably want to go fuse crazy or not? Is there any reason not to use every fuse you have in this league?
This is the time to help your faction and go fuse crazy, because they don't really help out during the talent ups near as much as they help out right here.
You know what? I have so many fuses because my pulls were so bad, because it's all I got in the pulls all month. So I have a lot of fuses, but I have no new superstars to show for it. Okay. Fuses, the higher the level of the talent, the more points for the fuse. You can see that on screen right now. And as you work that contest, there's going to be medallions, bags, and strap parts coming out of it. There's going to be tours. Tours usually are progressively. Yep, I unrolled it. The tours are going to come out day by day. There's going to be a tour on Friday. Any Becky, any Legend, any Trickster as the CSS. It's going to be the 24-hour tour if you have Bodacious. If you have any Legend. Okay, any female Legend. Very nice.
The next one's the 24-hour tour.
The next one is the exclusive Bodacious Becky. Saturday, greatest hits showboat Kevin Owens. Come on with that showboat. I love KO. I love that they keep giving tours and good rewards on his tours. Sunday,
Daring
daring.
Las.
I was like, what is this word? I don't. I had to make sure before I said it out loud. Any tech. So Sunday, and I have to believe that somehow this is like pre St. Patrick's Day ish because she's Irish and they want a tech and they want green and maybe I don't know.
That.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Highlight rewards. It's gonna be chest bags and feud boosts, which mean your steps. So there's gonna your stairs are in the tours. You don't have
that
to pay
means your
them.
steps are tied to probably the hell mode, any trickster female. So any trickster female is what you're probably going to need to get steps.
And that's what the game gave us this month, right? 6-star Natalia, people worked up. It gave us Liv. It gave us the Cora Jade. It gave, so like
there's
trickster
a lot of
female
trickster females
has been in abundance. Someone out there has got to have worked one of them up to 6-star for the tour, right?
Hopefully.
So the prize wall, the heartbreaker, as I call it, is collect Bodacious medallions throughout the contest and redeem them for superstar shards, moment, premium skill plate bag. Now, not only Lee, my first observation, not only is the war score dialed down, it would also appear that the medallions are going to pay out less, but the price of the things on the prize wall also cost less medallions. I'm guessing that's going to be a currency dialed down as well. Does that feel correct to you?
It does, and I'm still sitting on my prize wall tokens from the current event, the Wednesday Thursday event, or Tuesday Wednesday Thursday event. So this is intriguing to me because if you look at what's coming up, there's shards of various characters. So like let me just say it straight out, no Bray shards. Someone out there is wanting to know. So go ahead. Sorry, no, you're good. I was just say I am still trying to chase that Rock and Roman, so I know I can get 100 shards on the current prize wall, but I don't see shards of him on the new one. So are they gatekeeping me from getting Rock and Roman? I don't know.
Well, the good thing is you can see there's maybe a sense of urgency to buy him from the current prize wall, and that they will not be offered potentially unless it's subject to change. They will not be offered this weekend. So although it may be disappointing, at least we can keep from having a false hope of passing them over and thinking you'll get more somewhere else. Right. So on the prize wall, it's shards of good people.
Right.
Damage straps.
I've already scrolled down through it so people can see as we go.
And as we get to the bottom, there's usually like a line, isn't there, Lee, about from like people with a ton of medallions and then like those that don't. And you think the Fury 2s will be under that line or over that line?
Usually Fury 2 are above the line. So we've talked about, and again, mentioning a podcast episode that got a lot of play was our those pesky prize walls, because for me, you're either bottom of the barrel or you're top of the mountain. There's really not much in between on prize walls. And so I've tended to see prize walls and just go, I'm not getting anything. Like literally it's not worth my time. So hopefully they're working on those if you're in that middle section. Because, even spending a mega, which we're not doing this weekend. I'm not anyway.
Not after Bray weekend. No, there's no mega in my future.
Right? Even spending a mega, $100 US, you can't get anything worthwhile off the prize wall usually. They are starting to throw a bone to one or two little things, but they're really like the last prize wall. I got a 6-star striker Bianca, and I was like, well, whatever, it's a fuse. And but it didn't hit the what's it called, the endorphins. It didn't hit the endorphins at all.
No doubt. I'm hoping our faction spends a ton of money before reset today so I can get some leapfrog medallions.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Wow.
I'm going to ride their coattails to that La Familia plate, right?
We're like number 6 in the entire, we're 3. Ranked 6.
I woke up and we're 3rd, and nobody, and very few in our faction have spent. So that means
that was a bust on Scopely's account.
Nobody spending. We ain't spending much, and we're in 3rd. So that means, but it is cool to see us above, the people who are normally 1, 2, and 3 and everything. So Um, looking at the 6-star silver loot and offers, right? So this is what you're going to see in the shop. Of course, she got a chance at Bodacious, and she may drop from a bag. You may get her from a pull. Probably, or no, like Lee said earlier, you will not shard recruiter even through perfect gameplay without spending. But it looks like, Lee, there might be hope here. Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Spin the feud loot for flash feud loot coins for a chance at top superstars. And on this graphic, I'm seeing the Muscle Man, Bray Wyatt. Okay. Yeah. So although there were no Bray shards on the prize wall, it looks like they may be in the loot. Double check those loot odds and double check the contents of the loot so that you know what you're buying before you buy blindly.
These ones aren't necessarily well, you can buy them usually, but these are usually the ones that you get from the higher end war scores. Like, so when you max more towards the war score, you end up getting a good number, a decent number of pulls on these, but you're talking 5 shards of, old Trickster Nakamura. Not even this Trickster Nakamura. You're talking like 5 shards of zombie Trickster Nakamura or something like that. And then the rarer ones are the current ones, but you can hit on them. And if nothing else, shards are super valuable in this most recent meta. So there you go.
Yeah, especially they're just deposits into your account, right? Yeah. I mean, a shard is a deposit into your savings account. Yeah. Which we may not like it, and we wish they accrued interest, but they don't. But at least that means you're making progress in the game. Yep. The last thing I'll say is this, and then we'll kick it over to Lee for any final thoughts. If you're out there watching and you're still here with us, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to say. You can get an extra chance to win Becky 4-star. For going to the forum, clicking this link on this blog, right? Go to the forum, leave some constructive feedback, right? That doesn't mean a glowing review. Give your honest thoughts. If you have an opinion, if you have how this could have been better, that's constructive, right?
Yep.
If you just go on and write, champions suck, you suck, this sucks, right? That's not constructive. That's not going to get you you're not going to be entered to win. So leave some constructive feedback, and the odds of you winning this giveaway are astronomically higher than the odds of you pulling Becky from a random bag or the loot this weekend.
Yeah, you get like 1 in 100 or 200 chance or whatever it is.
I would say less than 100. There's a 1 in less than 200, but you can count the number for yourself. Lee, what if only 5 people do it? You've got a 1 in 5 chance, right?
Doubtful, but especially since we're talking about
20% odds. I would take those odds in Vegas at a table any day.
Oh yeah,
right?
Any day.
So if I had a 1 in 5 chance of winning the jackpot on a slot machine, I would put that coin in and pull that handle. What I'm telling you is this is a free slot machine, right? So do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. The Black Eyed Peas, right? Okay, Lee, take us out. Right. I have to emphasize that because this is the most neglected thing in the game. I'm not going to preach a sermon, but like, why isn't everyone doing this? It's insane to me.
That's right. Well, thank you for joining us on this WCW, where the big boys and girls play. And have fun feuding this weekend. Don't freak out. We'll figure it out together. Look in game for any additional clues. And Rusty, you didn't drop off. You made it the whole time.
Hey, woo! I made it till the very end.
Bye.
Head to the forum.